look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. In this reaction video, I'm going to have a woman share her thoughts on women who keep the children away from the fathers just because they're bitter, just because they're angry and upset at the man. So without further ado, let me go ahead and put this on the screen for you. Boom. There we go. Like I always say, let's get it.
You're a different kind of woman to have a baby with a man and keep the child from the father because you're mad at him or you don't like what he's not doing financially. You different in a bad way. The same man that you saw fit to lay down with and conceive that child, it was all good between the two of y'all when y'all was having sex. Then the child gets here and y'all fall out and things aren't going the way you thought they were going to go. You're not the happy family that you thought you were going to have. Had some sex, had a baby, and he don't want you no more. So now
That's how it goes. Everything is perfect up to the point of conception. You women don't think about what may come tomorrow. All you care about is what's happening today. As long as you lock that man down, as long as you give him a baby, this man has not shown you any type of interest when it comes to a monogamous relationship or any type of dedication to rearing children. A lot of our women are doing that, and they are making us men pay for their bad decisions. Now, there are also men who get these women pregnant but don't want to be with the woman simply because of her personality and attitude, and I understand that. So they're doing the best they can to try to raise their children, to provide for their children, but the woman, the mother, the baby's mama, is so bitter and so angry that she makes everything extremely difficult, from picking up the child, from dropping the child off, from allowing the man to see the child. Anything that would possibly involve that man showing up as a good father, the woman would do everything in her power to prevent that. Not only prevent that, but to also make everyone believe that he is an absentee father. Even though behind the scenes, they don't see what's happening behind the scenes. They don't see that he's trying to reach out to the child. They don't see that she's causing him hell to get to the child. All they see is what mama's saying. Women are messing up these children and they are giving traumas to these children. So whenever these sons or daughters from these bitter women become of age, they have so much to work through that they're not even functional in a healthy relationship. They have too many demons, too many insecurities, too many apprehensions about what true love is supposed to look like. They have no clue how a woman is supposed to act as a wife towards the husband because their mama was just a single mother, a baby mama. They have no clue about how a husband is supposed to act with a wife because all he saw as a young man was her date different men on and off. Never got to see how commitment actually functions between two committed people in matrimony. After they give birth to these children, they terrorize these children. Excuse me, let me put it back on. I didn't know, I thought it was my bad. Let me back it up so you can hear what she said. Excuse me.
had a baby and he don't want you no more. So now you don't want him to be around the baby. It's gut-wrenching. It's gut-wrenching and absolutely ridiculous to make a child with someone and deny them the rights of seeing their child because of your attitude, because you feel some type of way, because you don't like what he said. You don't like who he's dating right now. You don't like the fact that he only gave you $100 last week and you wanted $150. You can't see the baby. You don't like the fact that he doesn't want to be with you. He'd rather be with somebody else. Most importantly, he don't want to be with you. But y'all have a baby together. That's not your husband. He ain't got to be with you. Meanwhile, the only one who's suffering is the child.
Exactly. The only one who is suffering is the child. And I like what she said when she said that he does not want to be her husband. That was never in the plan for most women. Most women who get knocked up, get pregnant by various men, the conversation of marriage is never on the table, or it's on the table as a fantasy. In other words, he's selling you a dream and you're too naive to understand what that is. But it may be a little bit of talk of marriage, but there's never any of the plans made of how we're going to make that marriage happen, who we're going to get to come to our marriage, how much money it's going to take for the marriage. Those conversations don't happen. Sometimes they just say, you are the woman for me, I'm going to be with you, and you all this shit, and you believe that because you're silly. He does not have to treat you like a husband if marriage was never in the plan. And you know many women out here get knocked up, get skeeted in, all one night stands or shit, a month stand, and don't want no requirement. The only thing they want is money from the man. Give me some money, give me some money. That's all they want. Excuse me, as I put it back on your screen.
It's a child. The only one who loses in this situation is the child, because they don't understand why they can't see their dad. Aside from the lies that you tell them or the stuff you fill their heads up with, you don't even give the child a chance to make their own decision of why their dad isn't around, to talk to their dad, but their dad isn't around because you are bitter. It's ridiculous how a lot of women use their children as a ploy to try to manipulate and control a man. So what? Y'all had sex, you had a baby, he doesn't want to be with you anymore. Okay, you weren't married. You didn't have sex with your husband. It's not like you're going through a divorce and you got to separate the kids and all that. Y'all wasn't married. You should have known that before you laid down.
Exactly. Y'all was never married before you gave birth. That's the problem. In our community, we have a lot of non-marital births right now simply because women love to open their legs wide open to the coolest pookie out there and be a musty back heifer.
Going through a divorce and you got to separate the kids and all that. Y'all wasn't married. You should have known that before you laid down. That's called risk. You take risks. You took a risk when you laid on your back, or however you laid down, or however you did it. You took a risk. And you lost. You had a baby, but you won at the same time because you conceived. But it's not the child's fault that you and the father didn't work out. So neglecting and keeping the child away from their father because you and your feelings, that doesn't work for anybody. That don't even work for you. You had a baby, not a car. It's not something he got to keep the oil changed on. What you want him to do?
Exactly. It's a human being. It's a living life. It's a baby. It's not a car. And I'm glad she said that, because these women are treating these children as though they are inanimate objects, as if they are a broom or a key or a vacuum cleaner. Something that doesn't have any feelings but have a purpose. The purpose is to be a son husband, or the purpose is to hurt the baby daddy by keeping the baby daddy from the children. They always say, I love my kid, I love my little king, my little princess. But at the same time, doing things like this that can cause an emotional wound. Trying to give the child a father wound. Trying to make the child believe that the father don't want them. All because she's bitter. Ain't that something, y'all?
Feelings, that doesn't work for anybody. That don't even work for you. You had a baby, not a car. It's not something he got to keep the oil changed on. What you want him to do? What you want him to pay for every single thing for the child that happens, every single cut, scrape and bruise, every tennis shoe, every shirt, every pamper, you want the father to buy it, and if he doesn't buy it, he's not good enough? Is that what it is? It's funny to me because y'all be laying down having sex, he ain't even got to feed you to get it. He ain't even got to take you nowhere, do too much. Some of y'all got pregnant just off of hello. And you know what I'm saying? You're mad because he don't want to take care of the kid. Hell, he can take care of you. Stop keeping your children away from their fathers because of your own personal bitterness. It's not their fault that you're mad. It's not the father's fault. You ain't doing nothing but hurting the kid. They deserve to have their father in their life too. You mad? Go get a husband. Go get married. But that ain't your husband. That's your baby daddy. Let them be their child's father.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. She's right. It don't take much to get a woman pregnant now. It don't take a whole lot to sleep with them. And like you say, and all that coffee date, take them on a coffee date. Man, if a woman wants you, you ain't got to take her nowhere. You can tell her come by the crib, she come over there and give you what you want, man. You ain't got to do all that shit. And it's easy to sleep with modern day black women today. It's extremely easy. I'm telling you from personal experience. And I'm not trying to put down all women, but it's easy. Like she said, you got pregnant on hello. Shit, you get pregnant on what's up, cuz? That's what it is. So anyway, you let me know what you think about this topic, and I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all take it easy now.